Draymond Green. We talking about the Kings. It would be fitting that a King fan give us our first super chat, and now that we got to talk about the Kings stepping their way up, stepping their way up to that second round of the playoffs. There's been talks right now saying that the Kings should pursue Draymond Green. I know you started the last segment, but this is your team, so I gotta go back. You gotta run it back, Joe. Should the Kings kick tires on Draymond?
I know we got a video for this one too. Let's roll the clip.
All right.
Mention this. Mike Brown is extraordinarily close to Draymond Green. Extraordinarily close. Mike Brown was the Draymond Green whisperer with the Warriors. Mm-hmm. Draymond Green is a free agent. They now have the money if they want to give him a premium over what he opted out of in Golden State.
Bruh.
Let's go. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Hey, somebody said some blasphemous comments once on the Mavericks. All right, here, Mavericks, get out of here. All right, look, here's my feedback on this time. All right, so I think it would be a great fit. All right, I think it'd be a great fit. Now, I do prefer to have a Brook Lopez, a Pascal Siakam, even an OG. I'd rather have those guys. I know OG is not better than Draymond, but he fits better with us. Because they all can stretch the floor and play, and they all can defend. What Draymond brings to the table that I want to say we lack really, but we did lack some leadership, on the court. Mm-hmm. Now, we didn't really have that on the court leadership last year. Mike Brown in our press conference used to always say, I'm challenging De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis to be leaders on the court, like call each other out. Don't look at me, right? And he brings accountability. That's what Draymond does. He's going to hold you accountable. He's going to make sure you have perfection, not just in the games, but doing practice. He's going to be that second voice behind the player's voice that the coaches don't have to be. All right. He brings experience. Obviously, he's a 4-time NBA champ. He's been in every situation you could think of. He came back from being down 3-1, down 0-2. Shout out to Sacramento. All right. He's been in every situation. An experience, something we lacked in Game 7. All right. So that's my thing, Vaughn. Having Draymond and Sabonis on the floor together, how it's going to look. That's a good question. I think it's a great fit. I don't think our offense is going to be super explosive last year, but our defense will take a big jump, I believe. So with the defense, we had a number 1 offensive rating of all time last year. And what did that give us on? First round exit. All right. At the end of the day, to be an NBA champion, you got to be able to play defense. Mm-hmm. All right. Denver had an awesome offense too, but Denver showed us in the playoffs that they can be a good defensive team. Oh yeah, in the NBA Finals against Miami. I don't know if it's just Miami not having a baggage guy, like a guy that got a bag like Tyler Hero, or they actually play some good defense. Sorry, Dave. So we also lack physicality. I think Draymond will bring that also to the table. Now, after the playoff series against the Warriors, I feel like regardless, we are going to get better next year defensively. I believe that because we got that playoff experience. But at the end of the day, Draymond is a 4-time NBA champion. Mike Brown has chemistry with Draymond. I would love to pick up, and I trust Mike Brown.
First things first. Brian Windhorse. Anyone from the DMV area, you know about NBC4, right? The news. Remember Pat Collins?
Pat Collins.
Rest in peace of Pat Collins. Man, Pat Collins was the most dramatic person on the news. He would take the simplest story and make it so dramatic. Brian Windhorse is that for ESPN. Did you not see the moments? Like, he was just like, I thought Draymond passed away the way he was talking. Like, Mike Brown, the whisperer. We know this. Mike Brown knows this. When he declined the option, what better place for him to go than up the coast? Because what did he say in the playoffs? They right down the street. This ain't no road game for us. They was talking trash because they right there. And also everything you said about just being that leader, y'all kind of need that. I don't know how Draymond will feel coming off the bench, but I see the question that Vaughn asked about Sabonis and Draymond being on the court together. I don't see Mike Brown doing that. I see him being more like, hey, Draymond, you want to come off the bench? Because that lead that second unit. Because think about Draymond and Malik Monk. in that second unit. So now you got your scorer and you got your defensive leader on the fast breaks. Because Draymond can lead a break, and he's going to put the ball in the right person's hands. He didn't give it to KD that one time, but he'll make sure Malik Monk, if he open on that three, he'll get the ball to him because he's used to that type of offense. Mm-hmm. And just think about this. Draymond's defensive rating in his career is 103.1, right? The rating that you all had last year was 115.3. So why not just add to that tool belt? I still think, like you said, you all do need a big, just one extra center that can rim protect. Because, again, the size difference is what was going to kill you all when it came to, like, the Nuggets and the Lakers. I still think you all would have beat the Lakers. That's just me. But with that there and the championship, oh, there we go. I know you believe it. I'm just saying when I threw it out there, a lot of people was calling me. They was like, man, what? But anyway, the championship DNA and him being in almost every situation in the NBA. Now, imagine if Draymond was on that Kings team going up against that Warriors team when y'all went up 2-0. I don't think I lose that series because he like, look, I've been in this position before. I know what to do here. Granted, Mike Brown was the coach, but if he had a Draymond there, he literally could have found a way to stop, at least slow Steph down and make Klay the efficient ball, the number one option there. Because some people are saying Klay is washed, but if he was the number one option in that series, I think you all got a better chance because Steph was dropping 50 balls. Like, that was just crazy. Pause. But yeah, Draymond. If I'm the Kings, I will pick the phone up. I wouldn't just etch it out.
Mm-hmm. I do like see, Draymond's not my first go-to. You know, like I heard Javon in the comments saying he don't like the fit. I think we would be a better overall team with than without Draymond. Let me put that there.
Okay.
All right. I think we would. And Draymond played with Kevon Looney last year, and Kevon Looney can't shoot not a lick. You know, at least Sabonis. Cassie, he has a mid-range jump shot, which he will take more this year. So I do think that he would help in our locker room. So he reminds me. I'm not even gonna put that out there. But what Mark said when he said King should find a way to get Jackson Hayes from the Pelicans. I like that. I think Jackson Hayes would be a good dude, but I would rather get a Brook Lopez. I'd rather get a Pascal Siakam, or I'd rather get an OG. I want my again Chris Middleton. So those free agents I'm looking to more versus a Draymond or a Jackson Hayes, somebody said in the comments.
That's interesting. And why Chris Middleton?
I like Chris Middleton. See, if we get Chris Middleton, then we might be willing to trade what's the name? Kevin Huerter for a bid, for a bigger, probably for a center. Okay. Kevin Huerter, he was terrible in the playoffs. Let's be real. He's terrible in the playoffs, even though he had a crazy season. And Kevin Huerter defensively is not good. I mean, he's terrible. So Chris Middleton, I'm not going to say he's a shooter like Kevin Huerter, but he's a good shooter and he's a good defender. And he's an NBA champion. So he brings that experience with us. And he still won't be the best player. It will still be De'Aaron Fox. So, it's not like he's coming there trying to get more shots and all that stuff. He's another guy that can create his own shot. He can do literally everything Kevin Huerter could do. Kevin Huerter is just a better shooter. Okay. So that's why I like Chris Middleton. Only thing about Chris Middleton is he's injury prone. So I don't know if we would go out and try to get Chris Middleton because of that one reason.
Okay, so you playing chess, not checkers. I see what you're saying. You bring in one piece and then you move out another, and then you can probably get a Brook. Okay, I like that. So
thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.